Hello Taurus, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is something you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Six of Swords. This is very good. This is a couple of things. I feel like you have a plan right now. You've received some set of instructions from the universe, and they are perfect. They are crystal clear. You know exactly what you need to do right now. Okay. The planning phase, I think, is at a peak. It's at a crescendo, and we don't want to linger here too long, right? When we have this kind of a perfect plan, this blueprint, these instructions, we want to just then start building, right? We don't want to linger here. So I think this is very good. This is one of those, this is that moment where everything just seems, you got the perfect idea, perfect plans. Now what do we do, right? What are we waiting for is the question, I think. Let's do some more cards and see what's going on here. 10 of Cups. In some ways, I think we're lingering here because we're already imagining how good it's going to be when you succeed with this plan, right? But here now we have some signs of action. Here's the Princess of Wands. And there's the Emperor, of course. The Two of Wands, that's more action. And are we going to do fire here too? No. We're going to do the Princess of Pentacles. We're going to do the outcome here, the manifestation, the perfect picture of your manifestation, right? So we've got this amazing, perfect plan. Everything is in harmony. Everything is ready to go. And you're kind of looking forward to this feeling of satisfaction, this feeling of joy and bliss and happiness, right? And I think that it's almost like we're in our head and we're just thinking about how good it's going to be when this succeeds, how good we're going to feel when this happens, you know? And then this, I think, is it actually manifesting. So this is really, really good. I feel like this is kind of a green light from the universe, you know? Everything is in place. The results of what you're planning to do are absolutely perfect. This is the perfect plan. And I think that you've thought it through enough to know that, yes, this is the path that has the really best optimal results. Okay? And I think we're ready to now put this plan into action. We're getting it doesn't look like it yet, but we're getting the green light, right? I know it's a lot of red, but we're getting the sign here to get going with this. More fire with the Queen of Wands. Princess of, see, now we got a lot of court cards. Now we got Princess of Cups, Princess of Wands, Pentacles, and Cups here. I think this is really the manifestation of your dream. These two cards together, very nice. Very, very nice. And another court card. Now we're kind of seeing the prospect for the future again. And I feel like this card, because it's in the position of what we don't want, is kind of saying, look, we don't want to project our consciousness too far into the future. There's the 10 of Pentacles. Well, maybe we do. Maybe this is something else. Maybe this is now, we see this perfect manifestation of what this plan is, and then we get to the Knight of Pentacles and it says, well, we've got to plan more now. This was so absolutely perfect. Let's do it again. Let's do it bigger, right? Let's think more long-term now, right? Because I feel like you've gotten the method down. You figured out how to do something, right? Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're just going to put it right over here. Tiny Bob Ross right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put a prediction, a guess, whatever, down in the comments below. Okay. Let's take a look around. The major arcana, what do we have? Emperor. Well, this is your baby. This is your plan. This is your idea. This is your inspiration. You are here from beginning to end of this thing. This is your deal. It's I don't know if it's something work-related, business, something career or money, finances. If it's something that's more personal, more relationship, family-oriented. If it's kind of a life path, or if it's more of a spiritual event or situation for you. But I feel with the Emperor here, you're in control. You're the boss, right? You're the one that is making the plans. You're the one that had this great idea and figured out this plan. And now, this plan, I think, it's a cooperation of sorts, right? Let's talk more about the six, because the Six of Swords is what it's really all about. Everything else is just fire, 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 right? And then the water, of course, is the reason why we're doing this. And we have our little bit of air, and we have our earth, earth, and earth. We have a lot of earth. We have an earth that really starts to kind of expand. The princess maturing all the way to a knight. And the knight looking at the future, right? And how good the future can be. And it's kind of like it's saying, well, if this works over here, why don't we do it 10 times over, right? If a little bit is good, maybe a lot is even better. And so maybe that's something that we're going to struggle with when we get over here, because this is in the position of the difficulty. And maybe it's the difficulty is us being able to see, how we can kind of parlay this into something bigger, something, international kind of way. And that's a very good problem to have, I'll say. But let's talk about the Six of Swords, because I think, for one thing, you've had a lot of bad ideas. Let me just say that from the beginning. You've had a lot of bad ideas, and I think that you've left those behind. I think that we have Princess of Wands. We've experimented with those. You've tried a lot of things that didn't work. And so you're able to refine your understanding, your perception of things, the way it all fits together, right? You've really got this down to a science, as they say. This is the card called Science, right? And I think that it's been a challenge. You've had to really be strong to get through all the difficulties, all those challenges. And now we have this thing down to really, you've figured out the ins and outs. You know exactly how it works. You've created some sort of order out of the chaos. You have taken something that seemed like a mystical, magical bewilderment, and you've turned it into something now that you can think about and understand. Okay? And I think that this really, I think it involves other people. There's a lot of court cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards. That's a lot. I think you're in charge of a big group of people, family or friends or coworkers, whatever. There's a lot of other people here, and I think it's about everybody needing to do their part. Everybody has to cooperate. Okay? And I think the universe is saying, you're never going to get a better time than now. No one is ever going to be in this kind of harmony again for a long time. So this is the moment, right? Getting that green light from the universe. And I think that this is as perfect of a timing, as perfect of a situation, as perfect of a plan as you're going to get. So let's do it. Okay? Let's do it. And with the Six of Swords, there's this idea also of travel. I want to suggest that maybe there is some traveling involved. Sometimes it's this emperor traveling to a new land, right? The Princess of Pentacles, sometimes it's associated with Northern Europe. There could be some travel to that area of the world, or you could already kind of be in that area of the world, and that's where some of this is manifesting. But generally speaking, I think that there is some sort of relocation involved of something. There's some big things being moved around. Maybe if that's people, or if that's property or assets or something, or maybe big sums of money being moved around. But something big is going from here to over here. Okay, and that could be a couple of different things. But yeah, the Emperor, I love this one. This is the major arcana. You are in charge. Everything else that we see here is emanating from this Emperor. And this is kind of, even we could look at it this way. This is what is inside of the Emperor. If you want to have an instructional video about one tarot major arcana card, one trump card, this is it. Because this is everything that is inside of an Emperor energy. Okay? We've got the willpower. This is the power to make decisions. This is that part of you, the Two of Wands, that says, no, I'm the Emperor, not you. All right? And so sometimes this card is us fighting with other people, fighting for control. Fighting for who gets to call the shots, who wears the pants in the situation, so to speak. I'm actually wearing sweatpants. There's an authority here, and this is that fundamental force of will that acknowledges, doesn't have to try to convince anybody else. Just, I'm obviously the Emperor. Everyone has already agreed that you're the one in charge. And it's just a matter of you now executing the plan, keeping everybody in line. And I think that this is really that fundamental force, like I said, because this is that part of you that understands, doesn't have to think about it or doesn't have to say it out loud, because it's a given that this whole area here is yours. Okay? Whether this is it's the situation itself, wherever it's taking place, And so that's really the assertiveness, the authority, and the confidence of the Emperor, which can sometimes lead to clashes, especially when everybody thinks that they're the executive chef in the kitchen, right? Everybody thinks that they're the manager, or the boss, or the leader, or the head of the department, or the owner, or whatever it is, the head of the family, I don't know. I don't think there's any of that going on right now. I think that this is up here at the very top of the path because, yeah, this is kind of everybody. It's there. Nobody has to say anything. We all know, and that's part of the Emperor too. And this is just kind of the Emperor's authority. And it's, like any emperor, you're not going to want anybody to come and usurp your authority. So we kind of have to make it known. That's why the Emperor wears the crown. The Emperor also has the Princess of Wands underneath, and this is that, well, it's the experimentation that we like, of course, but sometimes this can be a little bit of impulsiveness. Sometimes this could be us trying a lot of different things, not really thinking them through, right? We get ourselves into trouble where it just for an instant, it seems like a good idea, I'm going to do it, without a lot of thought involved. And now this is kind of this is one of the vices of the Emperor, feeling that they can just do anything that they want. If they get a whim, then they can just do it, And so this is something that is beneath the surface in you because it's something that, doesn't always make itself known. It's not always, we're not always aware of that. And that sometimes, can get us into trouble, but it's also that ability for us to kind of react on the fly, react in that kind of instantaneous energy, and to experiment, to try new things, to not have that fear, not overthink things. So everything's got to be a balance in the Emperor, I kind of wish this was an Aries reading, but Taurus, you deserve this. Okay, this is something that I think you've been working on for a long time, because I do feel like you've gone through a lot of versions of something, okay? And the universe is saying this is the time where it's going to work out. You're going to be tremendously happy and successful, right? We have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. You're getting both, all right? You're getting both, and it couldn't happen to a better sign. I really do love this sign of Taurus. Oddly enough, I don't have a lot of Taurus in my chart. Maybe that's why I like Taurus so much. It's because I don't have enough of it. But let's see, what else does the Emperor have inside of them, right? Well, 10 of Cups. The Emperor has to believe in what they're doing. They have to believe that what they're doing is for the best of the realm, the betterment of the world that they are in charge of, right? So this, I think, is you really being the idealist, the optimist, really just saying, This is going to benefit everybody. Everybody is going to be happy. I think we know that we can't please all the people all the time, right? There are some people who aren't going to agree with your executive decisions. But we have to believe in what we're doing, that it is the right choice. We're not doing it to be mean. We're not doing it to keep people down or oppress people, right? What you're doing now is in your mind, the best outcome, right? Whether this is a business thing or family, or maybe it's just something with friends, or whatever it is you're working on, whatever it is that you are involved in your life. Now, it doesn't have to be career. Maybe you're retired. Maybe you don't have a career, don't want a career. You do work. Work is whatever you put your effort into on a semi-regular basis, whatever it is. Maybe we watch TV a lot every day. That's our work, right? I'm jealous. I want that work. But, we're all engaged in some activity. It's whatever we are focusing our energy on, whatever we are putting our effort and energy into, whatever we're burning calories doing, let's say. That's kind of the definition of work, right? What are we burning calories doing? Let's look at it that way. So it doesn't matter if it's your job or career or family stuff or your hobbies, your avocations, your passions, your side hustles, whatever it is. Your spiritual practice, it could be all of these things. But you believe in what you're doing, and you believe that this is going to bring about the highest good. Yeah. And this keeps us on track. This keeps us devoted and motivated. This is the emperor's, love for the empire itself. I love the people, I love the land, and I'm going to make the best decisions to be the best darn leader that I can. So then, the emperor sees all of these things in perfect harmony and is ready to go, is ready to put all of these things into action, ready to see the outcome start to manifest. Now, the Princess of Pentacles, in the future position, this kind of represents the kingdom itself. Okay? And this is the emperor, this is the empire. Okay? And this is an empire that now is thriving, that is flourishing. There are, everybody's, the quality of life is increasing, and everybody has abundance. There's plenty of food and water and fun, and there's plenty of time for people to focus on art and focus on love and focus on all of these, magical and spiritual things. The empire is benefiting from these plans, from these choices and decisions, right? So for you personally, the Princess of Pentacles is you coming to see these things getting better. You're seeing the areas of your life, whatever the focus is right now, you're seeing things start to sprout up. Things are getting better. This is working. It fills you with joy, right? And what it also fills you with is, well, I think up here, this prospect that, hey, if a little bit is good, a lot is even better, right? Moving over to the path of the serpent, we've got the Queen of Wands. And now the Queen of Wands is, it's one of the, there are a lot of people around you right now. I'm trying to kind of get a feel for who these people are, but I kind of feel like it is, it's an older figure, like a parent, and then a bunch of kids. Kind of is what I'm feeling, right? I'm feeling like there's maybe parents, maybe two parents, and a bunch of kids. And I think what we're doing is making decisions that are going to be better. Yes, better for everybody. The Queen of Cups is basically that part that is realizing that we can't please all the people all the time. Now, I said before the Ten of Cups that we want to. We feel like this should and will and is going to, but we know in actual reality it doesn't work that way. Okay? But you believe it. And sometimes people have to just trust you. Like, I don't know, when we tell our daughter that it's time to go to bed, just trust me, this is the best thing for you. It's getting late, it's time to go to bed, we've got a big day tomorrow. And she thinks we're just being mean. We're not letting her play, we're taking her away from what she's doing, She kind of has to trust that we're doing what is going to be best for her. Now, it may not feel that way in that moment, but she's going to be happy that she got a good night's sleep and that we have a big day today, actually. And she's got her jiu-jitsu class tonight. And she wants to be well rested, so she's going to be thankful that she's well rested, and that she has a good amount of energy for her classes today. But not everybody is going to be okay. She obviously is not. She's 4 years old. She's not okay with that. She's learning. She's understanding. That mommy and daddy will always do what is best for her. And I think that's what's going on with you. I think there are people that maybe think of it as being like against them in some way, that you're doing them a disservice. What they don't realize is they have to trust you, because what you're doing is going to benefit them. And this is one of those things in that Emperor energy. The Emperor makes decisions. Not everybody is going to see the benefit of that. Not everybody is going to agree that this is the best thing for me right now, What do you mean you're raising taxes, I don't want that. But what we don't realize is that maybe, this is going to lead to a lot better things for us in the future. Okay, we got to deal with that Knight of Pentacles. So for you, this might be something, in your department at work, saying, hey, we've got to cut the budget down. We've got to stop some of our kind of extra spending and things. And people are going to be like, well, you're taking away the food in the break room or something. You're taking away our overtime or something. I've had that happen a lot, because we come to rely on those kinds of things. And then when they take them away, it's, what's the benefit of this? How is this going to be better for me? But looking at the big picture, that's what your job is, looking at the big picture and say, okay, we're cutting back on overtime now, so that this company can stay in business longer, and we can save up a little bit of money and get out of the red. And then, then we can bring back raises and bonuses and bring back overtime in the future a little bit, right? But those of us, and literally this happened to me a few years ago in the company that I was with. I just recently quit my job of 15 years to do this, okay? And there was a point where we were getting paid overtime. There was, like almost mandatory overtime at the place I was working. And we all loved it. It's, extra money. And then they said, okay, now all overtime needs approval. You can't do overtime unless you call and you get your supervisor's approval. And everyone was like, what? You're taking away overtime. But we didn't realize, and we weren't supposed to really. We're just kind of supposed to say, okay, no more overtime. That, the company was struggling financially and was trying to kind of consolidate resources. Maybe they're buying new equipment, or, something was I don't know what it was. But it was leading to the overall health of the company, right? It wasn't just that somebody was trying to put more money in their pockets. Maybe that was part of it. I don't know for sure. But I choose to look at it like, okay, this was something that was going to be better for the company as a whole in the long run. And maybe I have to temporarily, now that's the point, temporarily cut back on my overtime, in order to kind of help the whole company improve in its fiscal health, if you will. So this is the Queen of Wands, the one that makes those decisions, catches the flack for them, but knows inside, there's water in here, knows in their heart that this is for the best of everybody. You don't have to believe me, you don't have to like it, but this is the way it is. Okay? And I think that's part of your energy right now. And it might even be one of these factors that are kind of holding you back from really executing the plan. Because there are some people that kind of feel like, well, this is just doing me wrong. How could you be doing this to me? But you have to believe in what you're doing, that it is better for the overall health of this situation, right? And again, I still don't know who these people are. I feel like there's two parents and a bunch of kids. Moving over to the Princess of Cups, this is your dream, right? This is, to me, it feels like it feels like something that you do fully believe in. But I feel like this is something that I feel like this is your dream slowly coming together. Yeah. I feel like you've been working toward this for a long time, trying to figure out how to get this manifesting. Because the Six of Swords, too, I feel like you've gone through many iterations of it. But this, I think, has been a long time dream, And maybe it started literally as just a dream, and slowly over time it started to materialize. You started to kind of put this plan together. You started to realize that, hey, I can do this. This is really going to happen, right? The Princess of Cups is also the fish in the percolator, okay? And that is the appearance of really strange anomalies in your reality, okay? I'm sure there's a good reason for it. This is a Twin Peaks reference. I know that there was a fish in the percolator. It got there somehow. Doesn't typically, turn out like that when you're making coffee. But there it was. And it had to get in there somehow. That's not the point. The point is, why do you keep noticing these strange anomalies in your life? Something that seems out of place, something that just seems to be levitating or hovering, or something that appears to be upside down or inside out, something that appears to be emitting a light of its own, but it's not a luminous object, right? These kinds of strange things, I think you've been noticing them more, and we would call them signs, symbols, omens, synchronicities, and I think that really is a sign from the universe. And on that note, let's do an angel number card. Oh, I guess that's the one that wants to come out. 1313, starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All of your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. Okay, this is perfect. And maybe it's this emperor energy that we're reluctant to step into. Okay, the universe is giving you a sign. Do it. Go, go, go. You're getting the green light. And I don't know, the light's probably not actually green. Here it looks red and orange. But you're getting that sparkle. You're getting that thumbs up from the universe when you find the fish in the percolator. When you notice those things that seem out of place. And it kind of feels like, did the universe just do that? Like, was that for me? Yes. Okay, yes, it's for you. And it's meant for you to use as that kind of green light. It's the starting gun. It's saying go. Do this thing. All right. The Knight of Pentacles is looking toward the Ten of Pentacles and saying, yes, that can be the long-term goal. I see everything. If a little bit is good, this is great. Now, in some ways, this could be the Emperor getting a little bit greedy, right? Kind of thinking, wow, this really did benefit me. I'm going to do more of it and keep benefiting. I just want to keep, buckets of cash coming in. So we don't want to lose sight of this 10 of Cups. We're believing, and the dream. We believe in this, that it's for the best for everybody involved. This is the right thing for us to do. We have that kind of, ethical consideration. And we're looking toward the future, and we're seeing how fully this can really manifest. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles is that energy, that card, that part of you that looks toward the future, long-term goals. If this is happening, this is perfect right now, what might it be a year from now, 5 years, 10 years from now, right? And that's, I think, the difficulty for you is really thinking that far ahead. But we have to. We need this card, but it's the difficult card. Because this is the immediate situation on the path of the dove. But over here now we're talking about making this something that lasts, Maybe this is one kind of instance of this. And this is now thinking, well, what if we can replicate this? What if we can keep it going, right? I think there's financial success and profit, and there is emotional success and profit here too. This deep satisfaction with what you're doing. Auspicious profits on the Oracle card. 1313, right? Lucky numbers. This is really the expand, and this is not a limited thing. The 10 of Pentacles is not really just a 10. It's meant to talk about just the abundance. It's not just 10 coins, right? This is talking about there's gold everywhere, right? There is profit and abundance and love and light and spirituality, and there is profit everywhere. Profit's not an evil thing that is just, talking about money. this is something that's going to lift everybody up, right? Because it's not just empty profits. It's not just empty money. It has this 10 of Cups behind it, this purpose, this meaning, this satisfaction. So you're working this hard on something that's intensely satisfying to you personally. Why shouldn't it also be satisfying to your bank account? And I feel like this, again, not just financial. I feel like this is the physical abundance of it, which is, yes, in a large part it is financial. I want to look at the mystery card now. Whoops, I just dropped Bob Ross. Okay. Maybe this will be literally a green light. Maybe we'll get the Wheel of Fortune. And that'd be good, huh? If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Here we go. Well, it's a Queen of Cups. It's another court card. It's yet another court card. The Queen of Cups, I think, is where we're at right now in a little bit of an issue. Because we've got fire on fire with the Aries energy, right? This is in some ways, this is the Knight of Wands, right? Fire on fire. It's the cardinal fire sign of Aries, right? And here we have a Queen of Wands. So it's a little bit of that water energy coming in. We're taking other people's opinions into consideration. We're considering how other people feel. But now we've got a Queen of Cups. Now I feel like we're overrun by the feelings of others. That we've been convinced not to act because of how it affects other people. Okay. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I wonder if this is where we are now, and we're trying to maybe get over here to the Queen of Wands rather than the Queen of Cups. That right now we feel overwhelmed by the feelings, by the emotional relationship with the people around us. Again, there are a lot of people here. And I think all these people have certain feelings about what you're doing, certain opinions. And I feel like this is us deeply considering how our actions affect others. Okay? To the point that maybe you're really just starting to feel bad about what you want to do in your life. And I think we're sinking too far into this. We need to activate some of this fire energy. But I think that this is kind of confirming where we are and why we need that green light, right? Because I keep feeling that this is Spirit saying, look, go. Step into this Emperor energy, and this is everything that you've got to deal with. Not the least of which, is other people's, the consideration of other people. But we know through the Queen of Wands that we still have to make the decision of what we feel is best for everything, everyone, for the whole realm, because that's our job right now, right? And so the Emperor cannot be too deeply swayed by the thoughts and opinions and feelings of other people. Take them into consideration, yes, but don't let it kind of take away your power to make executive decisions, So I think this is a confirmation more of maybe the state we're in now, and this is the green light saying we've got to get into this and go forward. It's going to be really, really good. All right. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Taurus every Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.